Hey, 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 my beautiful boss babes. How is everyone doing today? Let me see if I can turn this just a little bit so you don't have that huge glare. So this is take two for today. Or two for the day, because I don't want to flick anybody off. And I heard in a country, if you do it like that, that's flicking you off. And I didn't mean to do that. Well, this is take two for today. How to stop making excuses and get done. Now, my good old brother, he was kind enough to call me earlier today. And he's like, the video you did earlier, I was not able to hear you. And I was in the library. Now I came out of the library, so I'm going to talk as loud as I want to. I am actually at the park and I decided to go ahead and redo the video because today is extremely important and I wanted y'all to be able to hear me loud and clear. So here we go. So today's topic is stop making excuses and get done. You know, I come to you every Monday with Mama Mia's Motivational Monday. So I'm going to kick you with a little motivation. So as far as those excuses, we have all done it. We've all said, I don't have enough money. I don't have any support. I don't have the right connections. I don't feel good. I don't want to work out. Maybe I'll start next week. I have anxiety and I don't think I'll be able to do that. And to be honest, my good friends, those are all excuses. The question is, what are you doing about it? Stop making those excuses and straight up, just ask yourself, what can I do about it? I don't have enough money. How can I make more money? I don't have the right support. How can I get out there and get the right support? I don't have maybe, the right connections in your business. How do you get out there and make those connections? I don't feel good. What can I do to get myself feeling good? So we all have those things that hold us back sometime in life. But what those are those are excuses. And that is definitely procrastination. And you are not going to succeed, my friends, if you keep sitting there and coming up with all these reasons as to why you are not doing something. So how do you stop that? You change that into, instead of saying, I don't have and I'm not able to do that, is how can I fix that? How can I make more money? How can I get the support that I need? If I'm not feeling good, how can I make myself feel a little bit better? I'm telling you, you have to just change the way that you are thinking. That is huge with that. Because I'm telling you, if you are waiting for success to come knocking at your door and saying, here I am, it is not going to happen. If you are waiting for that ideal body shape or type that you want and you're not going to change anything about it, it is not going to happen until you put action behind that. So just stop making those excuses, get out there, beast it out and do it anyways and find a way to get it done, period. Now, will it be hard? Will it, you know what I'm saying? Will it be hard? Yes. But is it worth it? Definitely, my friends. There is no excuse. Just straight up, stop making all these excuses, beast it out, get it done. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to start to get great. You have to just get out there and work with what you got and go for the next best thing. So we're going to stop making those excuses. We are going to ask ourselves, how can we fix that problem? And we are going to start making action today, my friends, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Let's do it. We're not getting any younger. As I tell people all the time, I say that to myself all the time. I'm like, all right, Mia, we got to get this done because we are not getting any younger out there. So that's what we're going to do about those excuses. We're going to stop making them and we're going to start asking ourselves, how can we change that? Now, as far as how are we going to be able to get done, I'm going to give you a few little tips on that. Number one is you definitely want to make yourself a list and make goals. You want to give yourself 3 to 5 things that you want to do daily that you're going to know that if you got those things done, that you're going to feel accomplished at doing that. Now, don't make this huge random list of 1,000 things that you want to do. I tell people, keep it small. Do 3 to 5 things. What is it that if I do today, I will feel successful? If it's, I need to call that bank, call the bank. If I need to read that book, put that on your list. Whatever it is that you need to do to get that to your next level, write those things down, look at the list. And where do I start? I'm going to reference it to my good man, Brian Tracy. And if you've never read the book, Eat That Frog, eat that frog and read the book. But basically what that book is about is when you make your list and you kind of look at it and it's like, well, where do I start with my list? You want to start with the thing that you want to do the least, or the thing that you think is going to, if I accomplish that, that's definitely going to take me to the next level. For instance, sometimes calling the bank. This actually happened to me a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. I needed to call the bank to apply for a loan and I didn't want to do it. I knew that it was going to take a long time. I was still nervous about asking about the loan. But what I did was I went on ahead, beasted it out. First thing I did before I did anything else that day on my to-do list was I went on ahead and I ate that frog. I called the bank, did the application, got it done and over with, and boom, I was able to move on to the next thing that was on my list, and I definitely felt accomplished. So a lot of times we can think that we're doing work. We do what we call like busy work, but we're really not getting ahead, or we're not going anywhere with that. So you want to eat that frog. You want to do the thing that is going to take you to the next level. And usually it's the hardest thing or the thing that you don't want to do. So make a list, 3 to 5 things, so we can go ahead and move on to that next level and get accomplished and get done. All right. My tip number 2 is you want to have a great morning routine. How do you start your day will set your intentions for the rest of the day. If you start off productive, if you start off, in a good mood, if you start off feeling accomplished, that tends to carry out throughout the day. But if you wake up, you're feeling rushed, you really don't know what direction you're going, that energy and that will definitely go throughout the day as well. So as far as my routine, and I do a video on this as well, my things that I do is I definitely get up. I want to thank my higher power. Just thank you for waking me up. I do my affirmations, my meditations, read you an inspirational book, read the Bible, read an inspirational book, exercise. These are just things that if you start your day like that, it will continue. That energy that you have, it will continue throughout the day. But if you wake up and the first thing you're doing is yelling at the kids, you're rushing because you woke up late, you're already in a bad mood, things just aren't going right, my friends, I promise you that will carry out throughout the day, and you really do not want that. So when you wake up, set your intentions, start off with a good, strong morning routine, my friends, and let me know how that works out for you. And at the end of the day, we have a bedtime routine, whether you know it or not that you do. But in that bedtime routine, one thing I will say is go ahead and start your daily list for the next day. Things that you're thinking about doing that you need to get accomplished, go ahead and jot those down in your bedtime routine. And that way you can kind of get that off your mind and maybe sleep even a little bit better. So start off with a good morning routine and end your day with a good night routine, and go ahead and start with your list. Number 3 on my little tips on how to get done is you want to start a timer on the task that you have to do. I used to always say like, oh, I want to start reading, I want to exercise, I want to work on this or that, but I kind of didn't set a timer. So I always now when I'm reading, when I'm working on a new project, when I'm setting my email, when I'm checking my emails, I set a timer so I know my start time and my end time. And if I want to continue reading or continue exercising or continue doing whatever task it is I have at hand, I can continue with it. But with that timer, I have that self-satisfaction that I at least beasted it out, or I went on ahead and did it for 20, 30 minutes and I'm done with it. And another little tip on that is you want to go ahead and turn off all your notifications from your phone, your computer, whatever, and go ahead and turn all that off so you don't get distracted from that. And another little tip, all this is just coming off of my straight from the dome here. Another little tip is when you're setting your timer or you've turned your notifications off, always leave a blank piece of paper next to you or your to-do list, because at times, I'm sure that this has not only just happened to me, but there are times when you're working on something and something else will pop into your mind of things that you need to do. You can go ahead and jot that down on your paper or your list, and you can continue working on whatever task that you have at hand. So make sure, go ahead, add you a blank piece of paper next to you so you can go ahead and jot down whatever pops into your head. Set your timer, turn your notifications off, and keep that blank piece of paper next to you when you are working on a task from your to-do list. All right. Tip number 4, you definitely want to ask for help. Now, I will say in the beginning of my whole entrepreneurial journey, I felt like I could do everything. I could teach my classes. I could do the marketing. I could do the scheduling. I could go to my networking groups. I could do this, that, and the other. And I was all over the place, busy, busy, busy. But honestly, a lot of things were not getting done or getting completed because I would start something and move on to the next. I would start something and move on to the next. So you definitely want to start asking for help. Now, maybe you can't afford to pay somebody full time. You might not be able to pay somebody part time. But nowadays, we definitely live in a day and age where you can barter out your services, trade your services. You know, I own a fitness studio, so I'm lucky to say that you can come and work out and take these mini classes. Can you work on some social media stuff for me? Or, you know, I also do life coaching. I'll give you a life coaching session if you could help out with my schedule. Whatever it is, you definitely want to start asking for help to get done because we can't do it all ourselves, my friend. I know we're super women and super men if there's men out here watching this, but you want to ask for help and that will get us further ahead to get more stuff done. All right, and my last little tip that I have here on my notes is you definitely want to start small. You want to start with wherever you're at, with whatever you have. You start there, and then you move on to the next thing. So if you've never worked out before, don't say, oh, I'm going to start working out 5 days a week for an hour every day. No, maybe you want to start working out 2 to 3 days a week, maybe 10 to 20 minutes. Start with that. Or if you're trying to organize your office, maybe don't try to do it all in one day. Say, I'm going to organize 20 minutes a day. I'm going to work on organizing my office. Set that timer, turn off the notifications, and beast it out. Do what you got to do, my friends. All right. Those are my tips on how to stop making excuses and to get done. Remember, we are the co-creators of our life. We have to take control of our life. We only have one shot at this, my friends. And when I say one shot at this, I mean at this beautiful life of ours. So we have to stop making excuses and get out here, beast it out, rock it out like a boss. Realize it's not going to be easy. It will be worth it in the end, my friends. And you might start something and find out that that is not your calling or that's not for you. That's fine. Do something else. But stop making excuses, beast it out, get out there and get it done. All right, my good friends, I'm out of here. So that was my take 2 for today on Mama Mia's Motivational Monday. I will see you beautiful people next week. So I want y'all to make this week great. Much love. Peace.